Hey, yo, welcome guys, this is Venom. I'm going to do a multiplayer guide for Final Fantasy Mobius. Okay, as my what is that? Okay, as my game loads up, it does load up quite slow. So I'm just gonna go through like the multiplayer guide for this game, which I've actually taken a look around on the internet and I haven't actually found that many guides to this type of mode. Okay, so this is the global version. I've noticed actually there's actually three versions of Final Fantasy. So there's one, this is the global version, two is the Japanese version, which is the original one, and then there's another one which is the Chinese version. Okay, so I don't know why there's a Chinese version and there's a global version. But I've got I've got the Chinese version, and my cousin's got the global version. The global versions and the Chinese version cannot actually see each other. So when you go to, say, social, and then following, or followers, or friends, search IDs, ID search there. So actually, as I typed in my cousin's ID, I can't actually find him. Because he's on the global version. So the two versions are actually different. So if you plan on playing against your friends across the globe, when you have two different versions, you can't actually see each other, right? So as I type in his ID here, it says I can't find him. So that's to keep in mind if you guys want to play multiplayer with each other on co-op against Ifrit and Tyros. Is it called Tyro? I suggest one of you actually changes to a different version, so that you're on the same version. So either it's the Japanese version, the global version, or the Chinese version. Okay, so just bear in mind that you can't link up multiplayer between two different versions. Right, okay, so let's get on to multiplayer. Right, when you go into multiplayer, you have a multiplayer decks option here where you go in. So this is separate to your single player deck. The multiplayer decks are in yellowy orange, brown kind of thing, this kind of color. Okay, so here you notice there are my different job classes. So there's the attacker job class up here. There's the healer, and then there's breaker. Actually, where is it? There you go. Okay, this is the breaker class. And defender. I think that's it. So I'm just going to go briefly what each job class does. Okay, so the attacker, these are the main guys that do the most damage to the green HP bar. So the enemy has an orange bar. Once you break that, it goes into the red flashing bar. Okay, so that still is the defense. You break that red HP bar, it will go into, not HP bar, the shield bar. It'll go into the green HP bar. Okay, so after the enemy is broken, you can finally hit the green HP bar to the max. That's where the attacker class comes in. Okay, so these guys do the most damage to the green HP bar after the guard has been broken. Alright, so the healer class, these guys are kind of like the support class in, I think that's actually the support. There's a support role as well, I think. No, I think they're just called healers. So these guys are the support. Okay, so any healing or boons, kind of like Mog here. Any of these type of boons will actually affect the entire party rather than just yourself. So these guys are in charge of healing and buffing up your team. Okay. Next class. Defense. Right, the defender basically has more HP, so it's slightly buffed. If your HP value is actually, say, 2000 in single player, it will actually get buffed slightly in multiplayer. They then becoming kind of like more the tanks, which draw in enemy fire, as well as these guys are actually in charge of the defensive elemental charges. So you have the big circle down here in battle, right? So that big, we click and drag. That when you drag it towards the red, it obviously gives your entire party a fire resist. Blue give you water resist to the whole party, etc, etc. So that big orb down here, the defense classes are actually in charge of that. Okay, so all the defense charges down here apply to the entire party. Right, the Ranger, not Ranger, the Breaker class. So the Breaker class have a slight buff in multiplayer, whereas they do more damage to the shield than any other class. Okay, so I've actually found that even though Thief is an attacker class, he actually breaks the guard quite easily. So I'm not actually sure what these breakers do. I think it might be for the red bar. Okay, so when you have a yellow bar and an orange bar for the enemies, I think when you've broken the orange bar, the red bar that's flashing, I think these guys do more damage to that red part from auto attacks. I'm not quite sure. I have to test that out though. But I haven't actually got a Breaker class team at the moment. See, this guy's like level 1, so yeah, I haven't touched this guy, so I'll have to try that out soon. But those are the 3 classes that I'm more concerned about anyway. So it's more the attacker, defender, and the healing class. Right, so after you choose your deck, oh wait, let me show you my deck first. So what I'm usually fighting against Ifrit at the moment, so what my deck consists of is having 1 explosive wind card here, 1 explosive earth card here. I have a Yuna so that I can heal if I don't have a healer on my team. And I have the fire Poo here. Alright, so what this guy is basically in charge of is just giving me that resistance, the auto. So resist fire 25%. That's basically from the Poo, and he gives me defense against Ifrit for the time being. Right, so once you've done that, you should be on single player. You click on the world map bottom map. You click on the world map down here. You'll navigate to the multiplayer stage. Okay, so the multiplayer stage will actually say multiplayer on there. Okay, so it'll be Ring of Braves this time round. You just teleport to that. I'm already there, so it'll come to this screen down here. So you start off here with a few cutscenes. You see this woman here. She's basically like your quest giver in Monster Hunter games, if you ever played Monster Hunter. And then over here on the left, you get the shop, the Moggy shop. Alright, so this guy sells you a lot of crap, a lot of cards that you can buy with components. So these are the Tyro cards up here. These are the Ifrit cards. Okay, so you also have materials which you can buy from here. You have ability, and there's a few other ones up here. They're like water and fire skill seeds. I think it gives you 10,000 of them. You can buy up here, but it's only a one-time thing, so they disappear after you buy them. I've bought them already, so they're gone. These are stamps. These don't actually help you in any way, except when you're playing in multiplayer, you can actually use these stamps to give orders around to your allies, etc. Okay, so when you're ready, you speak to this woman. Hey. So here you can do a form party where you can host. So you use your stamina. It uses 10 stamina each time. You can use your stamina to create a party here, and people will join your team, or you have a team full of your AI robots basically help you. Or you can find party. So for free you can find a party. It's going to find party for now. So this is for free. You can find other people's games and stuff. Okay. And usually for free you only get like 1 component after beating a boss. However, if you press on this button up here, which I'm flashing, so if you use stamina to double components, instead of using no stamina to get 1 Ifrit claw, say, if you press on this one, you will use your stamina as if you're hosting, and it'll give you 2 Ifrit claws instead. Okay, so either you play for free and then you get 1, or you use your stamina and you get 2 prizes. Okay. Player ID, this is if you have any friends that hosted the game, you can use this to find them. Alright, anyways, let's go to form party, because Right, quest 2 is quite difficult at the moment, so I'll do quest 1. Ifrit or Tyra. This you can choose. This one you can choose who you want to fight against. Tyra the Visitor or Ifrit the Symbol. So I'm going to fight Ifrit for the time being. Here you choose your deck that you want to use. In this case, I'm going to use the Thief because he kills it fastest. That's your time limit, so you have a time limit to beat, but it usually takes me about 4 minutes anyway. Right, so here, form party. You can have it locked, so you don't have anyone join. You can have it free, where anyone can join, so even outsiders. It's made public, so basically when you host this, public people can join in that you don't know, any strangers that can come in and play with you. Right, attacker means you're specifically choosing the role for any people who join. So if they've got an attacker race coming in, I mean not race, attacker job coming in, they can come in with an attacker, breaker job, healer job, and defender. Quite straightforward. Reserved basically is only for friends, so any public, so your game is, so this slot, sorry, is not made to public. This one is only for people on your friends slots. Okay, so if you have friends or followers, they can join your game in the second slot. Okay, otherwise, if you got no friends, you can just basically host a game with AI bots instead. So as I've got here, I've got three thieves to play with me, and you form party. And you go in. Okay, so this is your party ID. You can actually copy this and give it to your friends. They can join, whatever. Okay, so you start battle. Okay, just making a multiplayer guide. Hey, welcome back. Right, so going into multiplayer again. When it loads. Wow, why is it loading so slow? Okay, so this is in multiplayer. That's Ifrit right there, the good looking thing right there. Right, so as you notice, I have 3 actions out of 5, so different roles have different amount of actions. Okay, so as you can see, I can attack 3 times, undo action down here, I can cast abilities, alright. Oh, I can do 4. Oh, okay, because okay. So what you see at the moment is you see an orange bar and a green bar. So the orange bar will go first. This is the shield of the enemy. As you'll probably figure out from single player. So once you destroy the shield, you can get onto the green part. Okay. So as you can see, I got 3 out of 5 actions. This is what most people do not get. You have 3 actions out of 5. So every turn you get those 3 actions back. See? You see? 3 actions out of 5. However, for this turn, I'm going to use 1 attack. Okay, so I still got 2 actions stored up. What you can do is you can accumulate actions. For instance, if I use 1 action here, an action lock, I have still 2 that's locked up, stored up, right? So this 2 actions that you did not use this round will be stored up and used. It'll be drawn over to your next turn. Okay, so in theory, because I stored up 2 plus my original 3, I should have 5 actions. So you can see I have 5 actions now, which I can use 5 different actions. So all auto attacks here, or I can use an ability and auto attacks. Okay, so basically you get each job class has a different amount of actions that's assigned to you every turn. If you only get 2 actions per turn, that's just your job class. To balance it out, it gives you 2 actions to use. Okay, so these actions can actually be stacked for the next turn. So if you don't use any, those 2 actions that for this turn will be stacked over to your next turn. Okay, so I'm against Ifrit at the moment. So the poo-poo is doing nothing. It's kind of useless. So what I usually do is I set it to element drive as a fire shield, The healing is kind of useless as well, so I'll get rid of that. And then my last action, I should just, I'll just auto attack to get that orb. Okay, so usually the first people to lock, the first people to go first will have a kind of advantage because the rest of the people will do auto attacks to build up your orbs. So as you can see, these my computer's like building up orbs, but I'm not gaining any because my orb count is actually full. Okay, so usually going first gives you more orbs, but you can strategize that in your own different way. Okay, so as I got 3 actions, I'm going to do 3 abilities. You can use 3 abilities anyway. You see if it's like huffing and punting at the moment. So his guard is broken at the moment. So when it's broken, you can use abilities to do mega damage. You can see they're all attackers, so they're going to be hitting with it for quite a lot of damage. There we go. Okay, so this 1-star effort is quite easy for 4 attackers. It should be no problem. Once I break the shield, he's basically dead. So for the 2-star effort, it's probably a bit more difficult. It's got more HP and does more damage, in which I probably think there should be like a defender in the team somewhere, or a healer. Okay, so long drag battles, I don't think 4 attackers is going to get you very far. You need some kind of perseverance. So that's it for the multiplayer guide, I guess. So when you